Jonas Brothers and Waffle House. We've got the travel news coming up in the next 5 minutes, and a really good one from Toto in the next 5 minutes as well. Before that, though, we all love living where we live, don't we? The landscapes are incredible, and there's always a hill to be climbed. Well, one resident has inspired a group of local women to climb the highest peak in North Africa, all in the name of charity. Two-time Guinness World Record holder, mental health advocate, and CEO of Zeus Defence Academy, Z Jogi, is preparing the women, and I'm pleased to say she joins me on the programme. How are you doing, Z?
I'm okay, thank you.
This challenge sounds absolutely incredible. Wind back the clock for me, though, first of all. How did you get into walking?
So when I was younger, I was always into sports, in particularly sort of mixed martial arts. And I remember my instructor saying, we need to start jogging. And that's where it started. We started off with local reservoirs, that's Darwin, Entwistle, local ones. And then we just started a sort of like a to-do list and started climbing. And Pendle Hill was my first ever climb.
And how did you find it?
It was tough. It took me like an hour and a half just to climb up and down. But then the more we did it, and after that, I just started really doing the big ones in sort of Lake District and Wales, and really started conquering different mountains, and it just became an addiction.
Now, you formed this group, haven't you? And you're going to be taking the group of ladies to tackle the highest peak in North Africa. Where did the idea come from?
So I've achieved quite a lot. I've done a Guinness World Record on Kilimanjaro, which is in Africa. I've also climbed Everest Base Camp in Nepal. And these are all our volunteers, and they've just felt inspired to do something different. So for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be climbing some of the bigger mountains like Scafell, Snowdon and Ben Nevis. And then hopefully, we thought we'd do something about 4,000 metres, not too high, to see what their endurance is like. And then fingers crossed, we'll progress onto the bigger mountains in the future.
And how many women are going to be heading to Africa with you?
So there's 5, including myself, there's 6.
And with the training, you say that obviously you're going to be getting a bit of training in, because the Africa climb is going to be next month, am I right in saying, in June? How much training goes into something like this, and what kind of respite do you have in between?
Well, it's quite intense, because bearing in mind it's altitude training, which is something that you could only get whilst climbing hills. So a lot of it is sort of core work. So we have some yoga sessions, we've got Pilates classes, we do a bit of strength training, and then just mainly get out into the hills. So it's quite intense, and I'm really pushing the girls since after Ramadan. It's been, last couple of weeks, we've got hopefully another sort of 5 weeks to go. So it's about 5 days worth of, intense training, and Saturdays we're on treks.
And obviously all this is for charity, isn't it?
Yes.
And what charity are you raising for?
So we're raising two charities. First of all is for ourselves, which is ZS Defence Academy. Our aim is to engage and empower and educate women in the community, and offer a variety of different services, but also 2 orphanages in Morocco. We're going to be as a baby one, and also a disability, and just giving them the essential aids that they require, and just provide loads of love and support that they need.
And you're going to be taking 5 women along with you. How are they feeling about it?
They're quite nervous. I think a few of them are quite confident, because it's always been a dream for them to travel. And a few of them are a little bit nervous, but like I say, hopefully all these nerves should suffice before we trek, because, I think the more intense training is yet to come.
And obviously, when do you fly out then?
20th of June.
And if people want to support your cause, Z, how can they get in touch?
So we've got our website, zsdefenceacademy.co.uk. We've also set up a fundraising page as well. So that, we've got links which we'll be sharing on our social media platforms as well. So we're all on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat. So we're sort of firing out everywhere. So fingers crossed, there's always opportunities for people to come and sort of show their support for the local charity, which is ZS Defence Academy, but also for Morocco, for the orphanages as well.
Once you've tackled this walk and this challenge, what's next for you?
So I think some of the girls really want to go and do Kilimanjaro or Everest Base Camp. So I think we definitely will be looking at those, depending if we reach the summit and they can prove themselves and they've got the endurance and mental strength and capacity. Fingers crossed, we could aim higher.
Brilliant. It was lovely talking to you, See. All the best and good luck to the ladies as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Take care. That's the Jogi there, who's going to be taking a group of local women to climb the highest peak in North Africa, all in the name of charity.